Okay, so a pleasant good morning and welcome to another edition of the program Issues in the Society. Today is Monday, the 17th day of February 2025, and I'm Stephen Compton here with another edition of the program Issues in the Society, and I'm also here with my political analyst, Mr. Ali Masadeh from the United States of America. And today there are a lot of things to talk about. Many among those things has to do with the cancellation of 1.5 million of a voter confidence in Liberia by the American Department of Government Efficiency, or DOSH. And also we'll be looking at a recent statement made by the majority bloc speaker that's Representative Richard Cohn when he referred to himself as a regime speaker. What that means for our country, what that means for the separation of power, and also our governance system. These plus many more issues on to this menu of the program. And so, for those of you who are following us, we are now urging you to share the live video, invite other people to watch along with you, and send in your comments as we roll the ball today's edition of the program. And so very quickly, time have been spent, enough time have been spent. So let me quickly bring in Mr. Masali as we move on. And let's see. Mr. Masali, are you getting me?
Good morning, Stephen.
Yeah, good morning, good morning. And it is great having you here this morning once again. How was the weekend?
Well, the weekend wasn't bad. Yes, like we had a wet weather the whole of yesterday. It was cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. It's good to be back here. On yet another edition of the program Issues in the Society. So I just lay out our discussion point here, just talking about the recent decision by the American Department of Government Efficiency, or DOSH. This particular department was created on January 2025 through an executive order by the President of the United States of America. All right. So the agencies or the department aims is to slash federal spending, with the president appointing Elon Musk as the cost cutting or the head of this entity. And in recent time, we got a communication that yet again, with the ongoing ban on money being sent to Africa, we are getting another report that the government through this agency was able to cancel 1.5 million United States dollars, which was meant for what we call voter confidence in Liberia. So that's the first issue we'll be looking at. And afterward, we'll also be looking at the recent statement from Representative Richard Cohn referring to himself as a regime speaker, as a regime speaker. And before making that statement, there were a lot of things he said, a lot of things he tied around that particular statement before referring to himself as a regime speaker. We'll also be giving our own analysis on that particular statement, and also, let's say, a validation of all what we have been saying on this platform in terms of the executive having its hands into the removal of Funati Kofa. So that's it, and you can get the ball rolling up.
Okay. Well, I don't know this statement from Richard Cohn. I don't know if our audience, some of them, had listened to that statement. Did you play it this morning for them? Because
Yes, I did, and uh, I played it actually, but let me get it on again, just for others who just joined us, so that they can be able to listen to this statement from him. So let me get it. Okay, all right. So I'm trying to set it up. Just a minute. All right, all right. So I think our people have gotten enough of this particular statement. Now you can now proceed, but very quickly, let me recognize a few of those people who are following us. We have here Brian Nyamfwe is following us, and let's see, Philip B. Flomo is following us, and Calvin Sobo is also following us from the US. Okay, so you can go ahead, Chief.
Once again, good morning, Mama Liberia. This is Aliyu Masadi from Baltimore, Maryland, USA. We are here again this morning, society, and the audience, or please, as you listen to us, start to make your call. Please make sure you turn down your radio before you be cut off, and then all your time you spent have been wasted because you didn't follow the protocol. Because once you call and your radio is on, it disturb our ears, and that's not good for us. So we will have to cut it off. And for those people who were listening to us, and you will want to come and defend the government for whatsoever we discuss here, please, or you have to come in a respectful manner, or else we cut you off. We don't enforce feeding here. Thank you. It's glad to be here again this morning. This is Pastor Baltimore, Maryland, USA. The issue there, first of all, that had to do with Richie Kuhn, because when I listening to the audio where Richie Kuhn is calling himself a regime speaker. So now my question to all we the Liberians, most especially those who voted for the Unity Party, is this what you voted for? Are you satisfied the way in which our country has been governed by black eye lawless? And people will say, oh yes, you have to respect the presidency. Yes, we have to respect the presidency. Equally so, the presidency have to respect us. And what we are here to do,
Yeah,
we are matching energy.
this
It's
is Stephen
energy
Dennis.
is what I'm going to give you. If the presidency
Okay.
decide to they respect us, we are
Dennis in the
they
yard.
presidency as well. Because Mr. Bakai
Dennis.
said this, some of us who knew that Bakai, he don't have the record of leadership ability, all the places of government he worked, nothing he could do there better. That's why
Mhm.
the entire election campaign time when we challenged him to bring his record or what he had achieved all those places of work. And people downplay some of these things, and they went ahead because they felt Waka was the one they can use for them to come and rip our country up. That's why they forcing them. And this is what we are seeing today. Waka told we the Liberian people when he became president there will be no blue, green, purple Liberia. And what are we seeing today? Our country has been heavily divided. Looking at Rachel Kuhn standing over there telling us, we the Liberian people, that he is a regime speaker. And those same people who will be over there time for election, they go, they give them one cup of rest, back of rest, and they are there clapping, yay, yay, yay. This is the same nonsense that continue to happen over and over and again. You can't continue to do the same nonsense and you want to get a better result. Hell no, that's not going to happen. This is what led us to where we are today. And I always remember Amos Tway when he was asked by the journalists, are you people sure you will get the number during the speakership election? And he said, oh yes, you people will know tomorrow because of Rachel Kuhn, that's the president interest. So I think we had to make sure we get the number tomorrow. He's the one the president believed in. Joseph Boakai believed in Rachel Kuhn, reason being the way in which those tiny youpists, those people who decided to go and rape our country up, they decided to rape our country up, and this is why they do it today. They say, oh yes, when we get Joseph Boakai, this man, he's old, he brain is drowning down, he's mentally deranged. I think we're able to use him to rape our country off. And this is how Joseph Boakai believe in Rachel Kuhn, who is a DA, that he can use him for them to rape our country up as well. Because if he get Rachel Kuhn over there as speaker, they're able to do the budget manipulation and they're able to steal enough to rape our country up. This is the rationale behind this whole Rachel Kuhn speakership, because just as those people feel that we can use Joseph Boakai say, okay, yes, I get another fool, I think I can use him too, and then we're able to destroy this country. So now you people are asking for investors to come to the country. So how will an investor come into the country if you get a legitimate speaker in the country and the president decided to put him aside because he wants a regime speaker that he can use to destroy our country? Because from what Rachel Kuhn said over there, it clearly states this whole thing we said it from the beginning, the removal of Onati Kufa was sponsored by the executive. So today, what can you say? And from the beginning, I always remember Amos Tway, he said they need to do everything to get the number because Rachel Kuhn is the president interest. And today, Joseph Boakai spent our taxpayer money, $1 million plus, on those irresponsible boys and girls, keeping them in hotel just to remove an legit speaker unconstitutionally and illegally. And today, Rachel Kuhn has made the whole world to know, and we the Liberian people. So you people who voted for this government, and some of you cannot get government job, your prayer is for investors to come in, so some of you can work in the private sector, even though you people say, oh yes, George Weah was the cause that all the NGOs left from Liberia. I saw some educated fools. They sat down in this country called America, and some of those educated fools back home in Liberia, they were like, oh, the movement George Weah came, all the NGOs left the country. Joseph Boakai get contact. The moment the paper come, you will see NGO that will be pouring back in this country where we flow just harder than said it time. I was just looking at them. What is happening in Liberia that NGO will be pouring in? Some of us work with NGOs in Liberia, even during Madam Sandy administration, and even before her term could end, almost 75% of those NGOs were already out of the country before George Weah took over. And today, Joseph Boakai is the president. Now, where are those NGOs you people were bragging? Oh yeah, they will come. The moment Joseph Boakai takes over, he get contact. Investors will come in. Where are those investors? So if you can get a regime speaker in the country and you get a legitimate speaker in the country, the president decided to remove him illegally because he feel that he can bring Rachel Kuhn for them to rip the country up. Is this why you voted for? We continue to tell you over and over, Joseph Boakai is not going to move Liberia a needle. The first 1 year has been wasted, and this is another wasted year. Because in as much as things, prices will be high in the country, the cost of living, everything, this government, they are not doing anything to improve the lives of we, the Liberian people, but just to bring suffering on us. And when you want to say some of these things, and then they will be like, Josh Weah did the same thing. And when you say Josh Weah do the same thing, I will come after you. Because why? This is why you remove Josh Weah. You said Josh Weah were irresponsible. They were reckless. They were running the country lawlessly. But today, be sincere to yourself. Sit in your closet and think the way in which our country has been governed today by Wakai, doing George Weah time, did we see those lawlessness? Did we see this kind of thing happening? Broad day corruption, misusing our country resources and taxpayer money, openly rubbing it in our faces. The money that was used to remove Fonati Kofa, you know what it could do for other Liberians in our country? Locally, the LDA, immigration, let me just say the entire security, locally teachers, locally healthcare workers, they are still over there protesting on a daily basis and think they are going on go slow because of salaries and things. And this way thing that you promised we, the Liberian people, George Weah brought salary harmonization. When you come to power, you will make sure to increase people's salaries. But today, where are we? What's the difference? This government just came with massive corruption everywhere. So now everybody know the removal of Fonati Kofa. Fonati Kofa didn't do anything. He didn't do anything to Joseph Boakai. But because Joseph Boakai, the people just had a look at him, he's mentally deranged, he's reckless and irresponsible. They say, yes, we can get him. He's a don't-care president. As reckless as he is and irresponsible, I think we can use him and we're able to rape this country up. Joseph Boakai is okay, yes. The way Rachel Kun, he's another DA, foolish and brainless like a chicken. I think I can get him over there as a speaker too, and we're able to do what we can do to rape this country up. So this is where we stand now. Like, Steven, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead.
So we all know that Speaker Kofa didn't do anything wherein people were saying, oh yes, or conflict of interest, he's a lawyer, he's doing this, he's doing that, his budget was like this, his budget was like that. These are all false allegations. They only removing unconstitutionally and illegally because mentally deranged President Joseph Numa Boakai want to destroy our country by bringing another DA Rachel Kun that they can work together as a regime speaker so they can destroy our country. So that is it with the Liberian people. This is the government you voted for, and this is the change you expected to see. So with this thing happening in the country, you will see investors coming into the country to invest. You will see more jobs coming to flow into the country. And when we say some of these things, people want to get into that feeling. Joseph Boakai masterminded the removal of Fonati Kofa, and he wasted our taxpayer money on the removal of Fonati Kofa illegally, unconstitutionally, because Joseph Boakai came to destroy our country. He doesn't have no respect for the constitution that made him to be a sitting president today, and even the rule of law. So today, everything that is happening in the country, we know it was planned by the executive, and they are the chief financier of the removal of the speaker and every reckless and lawless attitudes of those irresponsible boys and girls calling themselves majority blood speakers. I think it's clearly understood Liberian people, or we don't need a rocket scientist to tell us Joseph Boakai was the one who masterminded, planned, and finally removal of Speaker Kofa because he wanted a regime speaker. So the Unity Party, they are noted for that. During President Sedi and Joseph Boakai administration, we saw how two speakers were removed. And don't come here and tell me, say, George, same thing. You should be able to go and check how Buffer Chimo came in as speaker during George Weah administration. So before you come here, you say it because somebody will come here and say George Weah did the same thing. And even if George Weah did it, this is why he was voted out for you people to come and do the right thing. So this is the government you voted for to bring suffering on with the Liberian people, to bring bunch of hooligans and gangsters to come and destroy our country. The issue about this 1.5 million that have been canceled from Liberia again, from Dodge. And I always tell you here, we get more to come, and we get more to come. We can be in this country working here, even though I didn't support Donald Trump, but this is one of the things I'm supporting him in 100%. The way in which we, the taxpayers of this country, the way we this country and sending our money to other countries, and they are then misusing it and to enrich themselves. And they will be, oh, you're in America there, you're cleaning poo-poo, you're throwing cartoon there when you're making your put your more own people in Liberia yet. We throwing cartoon, we cleaning poo-poo, but we the one making you rich. Because the taxes we pay to this government, at the end of the day, they take it, they send it to you. Those irresponsible boys and girls going buying for the 5,000 car, they giving them full 5,000, 3,000 for that generator then to their houses. They giving them gas, sleep, everything. It come from the poo-poo and the cartoon end that we told you and cleaning here. So I stand with President Trump to cut off all those wasteful spending they have been doing in this country for the past years. They had to cut them off. When we work in this country, at the end of the year, you add our tax return out and give it back to us. It is not easy for you to save in this country. When you're making $3,000, the moment that money hit your account, before it hit your account, you have received so many bills. The moment that money comes, you have to pay this other bill, you have to pay this other insurance, you have to pay this other thing. That $3,000, when you finish pay rent, bills, everything, maybe you will be left with $200, $250. What are you going to do for yourself? What are you going to save? You get friends and family back home that are looking up to you. We can be working here like a jackass and then paying taxes and things, and then they be taking our money and sending it to a irresponsible and reckless government for them to be misusing it to enrich themselves, and then they sit there and tell us that we told in cartoon, we clean the poo-poo. You see, right now, when I leave from here now, immediately I'm hitting the road. I had to go all the way to Washington, D.C. to go represent my agency today in a training. We can be doing this thing, and then when we pay our taxes, they be sending it to countries that are not serious, like my country, Liberia. And even after the Joseph Boakai administration and after President Trump administration, we pray that the next government that will come to power, they should continue the same thing. We're working here so much because if you were sending this money and our people in the country, they were benefiting from those money they are sending to the country, we will say yes, even though we are working this money that is sent to Liberia, they are using this money in the right direction. Our people, they are enjoying from it. At least they are taking them out of poverty. But we just get a bunch of irresponsible boys and girls. They are the one enriching themselves out of our sweat while we are sweating for here. So I think it is better that we get our money back than for it going to Liberia. You will say, because I hate you. I told you I don't hate this government, and I can never hate this government because my hate cannot do anything. We only want them to do the right thing, and when they do the right thing, we'll sit there, we'll congratulate them, and we are going to say thank you, Boakai, for what you did. But in as much as they came and they decided to destroy our country, that's the intention of Boakai and his gangsters and hooligan scheme way, we will always be on them. And they know what they are doing. How many people voted for this government can speak out today to what they are doing? Besides Yeke Koluba, that they call him a crazy man today. Matthew Nyemplu, or who the other guy, the moment he decided to talk, they fire him. So it is better for the US government to cancel some of this money that are going to those countries. I saw a list of countries, but I'm specific on my country, Liberia. I know without international support, I think we can make it in that country. When George Weah became president, we say, oh yeah, the reason why investors are not coming, money not coming in the country, the people know George Weah, he irresponsible, he doesn't know anything about government. This is why you can see investors in the country. No problem, investor was not coming in the country, but anytime George Weah travel, when he comes back to the country, we will see delegation coming after him. George Weah went to so and so country, he came back, this is why he went for, and the people were here. When Boakai had left Liberia 1 year now, and you see delegation coming after him to come and do something in our country. Because the people see that this government, they are not serious. You can't get a president that came to power and he has heavily divided the country, undermining the peace and stability of the country, and then you expect investors to come in such a country to come and invest. Hell no, that's not going to happen. At the end of the day, we the Liberian people will continue to suffer, suffer, and suffer. And we say, how long for 6 years? How long for 6 years? So the 1.5 million cut off, I always say this, there are more to come. More to come. You said have been suspended for 90 days. Another 17 million have been cancelled. Another 1.5 million have been cancelled. And Joseph Barker has started riding private jet. Pretty soon he will not even say be leaving the country now. He will be sitting there. Yeah. Because those wasteful spending they are carrying on, because while they feel like money coming to the country, this is why they continue to misuse this money instead of using it in the right way. You people campaign on the riding of private jet. George, we are wasting the country resources as old as you are. And you people proud of it that he came, he continued the same thing. And then you want to say George, we are doing it, but you voted against that. So this government, there is nothing had changed in the country since Joseph Boakai became president, unless some of you people call and say, oh yes, since Joseph Boakai became president, and this is what he had done that had impacted the lives of we the Liberian people. So yes, you can correct us. Maybe sometimes we come here, we lie, we made a mistake. But for us, we are seeing nothing has been done to even make an impact 10% on the lives of we the Liberian people. Every day is corruption. Every day is different horrible things in the country. This is the first time in our country where you see police going to Capitol building to beat on lawmakers. This government that claimed to be the most sophisticated and responsible government, they have proven to be the worst mistake Liberia had ever made. The most useless government and president ever in the history of our country is Joseph Boakai, his administration. So Donald Trump will know more to come. All the aids going to other countries, I'm specific about Liberia, everything should be cut off. And even the next administration can face the same problem. This is the only way we, the Liberian people, will be serious. So if Donald Trump were not to cut the 17 million, he were not to cut the USAA, so Joseph Boakai was not going to start riding private jet. Those people know what they are doing in that country, but they need somebody to put their feet to fire. And this is what Donald Trump has started. Joseph Boakai and his administration should be thinking now, this is not for 90 days. For 4 years, all those places that you said were funding, what are they going to do to cover up those gaps? This is why they should be able to think on how to generate revenue. These are strategies they need to be putting in place. Thinking how to rub the country up every day, corruption every day, stealing from one place to another. This other person buy 50,000 car, the other person buy 100,000 car. They stay there to be misusing the country resources instead of he calling on his executive and to see what they can do to start generating money to cover up those gaps for the next 4 years of Donald Trump presidency. Because we know you said it's called up for good. Even though they are fighting here, but he's going to use his power. We know him. Jehad Joseph Boakai is don't care. That's the same thing. He will say, okay, I care. So I think Liberian people, that is it. You say has shut up their support 90 days, but we know that it's not for 90 days. They have canceled another 17 million that were going to Liberia. They canceled that one. Another 1.5 have been canceled and more to come. So this is time our government need to stand on their feet instead of acting irresponsible and reckless. And Liberian people in and around the world, we all know the history, the rationale behind the removal of Fonati Kufa. It was because reckless and irresponsible Joseph Newman Boakai came to rip our country off. So he wanted a regime speaker that will work along with him for them to rip our country off. And in that light, I'm sorry to say you will see no investors coming to that country. So if you Baka, you call it, oh, we the diaspora Liberian to come. Is that the country you want us to raise our life to come in, where there is no rule or law in the country? You people just destroying the country on a daily basis. There is no security in the country. Even the healthcare, you people say, oh, when people go to hospital, they had to buy home medication. Since you came to power, the money you use to remove that speaker, you know how many drugs they could bring to the country to put in those various health facilities. But because you know nothing about governance, you have no leadership ability, and those people, they only brought you there because they see that this is the only way they can get rich by working in government. So they brought you to power to destroy our country. And you too, you got another D.A. Richie Kun, or non-scholar like you yourself, Joseph Boakai. It brought him as regime collaborator to come and destroy our country. You say you're removing Fonati Kufa because conflict of interest, his budget was like this and that, and what have you. So these were all false allegations. Richie Kun be ought to understand that he is a regime speaker, because having an opposition speaker like Fonati Kufa, they will not be able to carry on Joseph Boakai mandate. And Joseph Boakai mandate is for them to rip the country off. And Fonati Kufa being a speaker in the House, that's not going to happen. So this is what he got him off, so he can be there as a regime speaker to work along with Joseph Boakai to carry on his mandate for them to destroy our country and rip the country off. So this is where we are today. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you ever so much, Mr. Masalik, for giving your own analysis about the regime speaker. That's how we call him now. The regime speaker's the recent statement. So very quickly, let me recognize a few of our followers who have just joined the program this morning. Claren Obechi Tue joined us as well. We have here George Watkins. Watkins is also following us, as well as Fofana Kings. Kings is also following us. Don't rush. I will open the telephone line in like 5 to 6 minutes time. But very quickly, this is very important. As you were talking, something actually came to my mind. There was a video or this audio we used to hear. As a lady who used to say that Oben Masaleden, that God beat them so. I really used to listen to that. A lot of people listen to that around here. That's exactly what happened. Why? That's exactly what happened this gone time when the regime speaker spoke. God has his own way of revealing things. When people are baffled over certain situations, when people, when their situations they are questionable, God has his own way of revealing the truth surrounding that particular situation. Now, there's a reason why I'm saying this. There are numerous times we have come on this platform and other platforms. We told you, the Liberian people, that the embattled speaker didn't do anything contrary to the rules and regulations of the House that warrant his removal, but rather the action was done in a wake of self-interest and greed for certain reason as he listened to the regime speaker. At times these people, they consider themselves to be educated people, right? But they sometimes talk loosely or very seriously. They sometimes talk loosely. Now, this is very simple. Fonati Kofa is a straightforward man. He's a man who, will not encourage anything that corruption around him, will not encourage or endorse anything that will lead to the abuse of the rule of law. So those people, President Boakai, seeing such a person serving as a speaker, he sees it as a threat to his government. Because one, the president, as many people have said, have come to steal, to carry on corruption. So, in order to carry on his plan, he needs somebody who will align with him. How do you get what I'm saying? Because he doesn't see such in Speaker Kofa. This man and Speaker Kofa have had series of conversations. They have traveled before. They have had series of interactions. And with the interaction they have had, Bwaka has realized that on no condition such a person will support whatsoever thing that I want to do. No, Kofa will never support, the disrespect of the rule of law. Bwaka said what he said. Kofa will not support anything that will lead to rampant corruption and that will have a trickle-down effect on the ordinary people. Kofa will not support that. So in order for Bwaka to achieve the goal, evidenced by what is happening in our country, people are dying every day. Every now and then there is one corruption or case from one ministry to another, from one governmental agency to another, wherein Bwaka is pretentiously purporting himself to be a corruption fighter. These are things that happen. They are all happening because we have one Rachel Kuhn who declared himself as a regime speaker. So you see where our country is now. You see where this particular government is leading our country to. Do you know the danger of what Kuhn has said? He doesn't even know. He was just saying what he was saying. But these things have a danger on the country. It has a danger on the country's democracy. Because if you have a regime speaker, what happens next is that the issue that has to do with the separation of power, wherein this particular speaker should be the one, calling the attention of the executive, that is the ministers and other appointed officials, when they are doing the ordinary or doing things that are not in line or things that will not benefit the country. The speaker should be the one to stand tall, to speak truth to power, to say, look, Mr. President, there is a need that this should be done in this form and manner to benefit the people of Liberia for whom we are working. But no, it will not happen. This regime speaker will not be brave to look in the face of the master, to tell his master the truth. He will not do that. This particular situation may lead to the public losing trust in the national legislature. Oh yes, the public will definitely lose trust in the national legislature, as we are seeing today. Do you think Liberians have trust in those people that are out there as lawmakers? Only few of them. Few of them who have stood their ground to say, no, we will not do this. These are things that happen. Now, the international community will also lose confidence in the government. That's the reason why you are seeing today, you are not seeing any investor in the country, as Mr. Masale or Ragley stated. Oh yes. No investor would like to come in the country, to come here and invest if anything goes wrong, instead of those people's, doing things that will protect his investment. Then we have one regime speaker who will take some. Look, Representative Kuhn, your role as a speaker, I want you to understand that. But I don't think you understand your role as a speaker. No, you don't understand your role and your responsibility. That's the reason why you went on to talk loosely. You don't care. You don't understand the importance of the quote-unquote position you hold today. The quote-unquote position that you illegally, hold today. You don't understand. That's the reason why you call yourself a region speaker. So these are things that are going to happen. So fellow Liberians, there's a type of government we brought upon ourselves. And these are things that happen on a very serious note. Now, the region speaker's intention to uphold the Constitution. Now, with these things that happen, this particular region speaker will not have any intention to even uphold the Constitution. That's the reason why you see one lawmaker, or formula will just come out and say anything to the higher court of the land. Those people don't care. Because they will never uphold the Constitution, the rule of law. And they will never prioritize the interests of the ordinary people. No, they will never. So these are things that happen. Fellow Liberians, you have listened to your quote-unquote region speaker. You listen to what he said. And very quickly, before I open the telephone lines, let me speak quickly speak about this cancellation of this how they call it, over 1 million voter confidence money. That is very important. As he said, Mr. Masala, as he rightly stated, for me, I'm seeing most of these things happening. This is just the beginning. There are so many things that are going to happen. Do you think Donald Trump is taking this decision? He's not only taking this decision probably to know how money that was spent in the past have been used. Yes, that could be one of the major reasons as they have been stated. But again, there are a lot of things this man is looking at. Has to do with the respect of the rule of law. Look at Liberia. The country is now at a crossroad. And even people who supported this government are even refusing to identify with this government. The country is now at a crossroad. So nothing as such you will see happening in our country here. So Trump now be sending money here where you have a region speaker who is not working in the interest of the people. Where Trump is there working in his people's interest. That's the reason why Trump is taking this decision. The reason why he's deporting people back to their countries. Because he's doing this in the interest of the people. So some worker doesn't want to work in the interest of the people. He want to get somebody around him who will work along with him to keep our country underdeveloped, to keep our country to where it is now in terms of the rampant corruption, the abject poverty that our people are going through. No, Trump will never. He will never. And he will continue to do these things, continue to cut off fundings from Liberia, because Liberia is not a serious country, and the government that we have is not a serious government. So it is now time for you, Liberians, to recalibrate, to rethink the decision, the error you have made that have dragged us to this particular point we are. 2029 is coming. 2029 is coming. And we are looking up to you to make decisive decisions that will save this country. Thank you so much. All right, so now very quickly, and let me recognize a few people before we go to the telephone line. Fatu Conan is following JMB Zombie. This person said JMB Zombie. Yeah, Zombie is following us. Princess M. Peters also following us. Kuded Williams following us. And Azari Pekin Shetton is also following us from Barnumville, Kebab there. So now you can now put in your call. So 0772239933 or 0886304497, or better still 0777980375, and have your take on the issue we are talking about here this morning. This person, good morning.
Good morning, Koto.
Good morning.
Thank you very much, Koto. This is Ekka Mohammed, and I call from a school, Kokono, down West Side, Spoon Hill.
Okay, Mohammed.
Thank you very much. Having sat near my radio in my football corner, so I'm listening to this. And listening to this, my daughter got the speaker who's now saying as the regime speaker. Reflect your mind on what we listen to over the past 6 years. The best president in such manner we are. There were some journalists in time who spoke about Article 3, the separation of power. The likes of Sarah Jackson, Kevin Demi, the likes of Barrow, Standard Barrow, of John FM, the likes of Copper Factory, the likes of Darrell Dillon. Where are they today? They turned Robert Jimmer and Robert Jimmer's legislature at the time as a Robert State legislature. What have they to say today? If they can hear a quote speaker refresh them as a regime speaker, is this what the trust for? Is this what the criticize President William for? Is this what insulted Robert Jimmer for?
Okay.
Is this what they talk about?
Okay, let's hold you there. Get this other person. Good morning. Good morning. You need to lower your monitor a little bit or work your way. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yes, that's it. I hope you can call back. 0772-238-9933, 0886-304497, or better still 0777-980375. This person. Good morning. Good morning. Tell us the name and where are you joining us from?
Thank you. This is something where I'm speaking in constitution. Thank you for the sort of question on the stage to our brother. That's why during our this one at this time. Let me just say to the regime speaker, yes, it has increased its budget. Oh yes, for the past speaker budget up to now, it has increased its budget. Yes, it is the regime speaker to do the wrong thing. Yes, to abuse the rules of government our country. Yes. So when we broadcast the destroying and the parents that great calamity in our country, and let me say this, our people are watching. And the first power has made some of these journalists that strongly put to the power in the reactive reality. What are they? They're telling them, I think they're let's go on the wall. What are they? That is for it. On the Tamara drive, a source of protocol. Who was down, after who put the down, this is the down in the Palestine. That's what I said to my brother before I want to listen to your mom. Your mom should be talking and they say, one more.
Okay.
Let me say something.
Very quickly.
I appreciate the strong administration, especially this one like you are to cancel private space. This cancellation is not about don't want to be this, don't want to see what happened because of the attitude. The best attitude, the best governance of our state. The one that I am with. What is our speaker? Yes, because the regime speaker of the order of the day, the one that government is second speaker of it. Can you imagine? And this thing, the national community are monitoring that even when you call yourself a speaker and the president want to see investors coming.
Okay, all right. Let's get this other person. Good morning.
Yeah,
Good morning.
yeah, morning.
Go ahead. You are live.
Yeah.
Chief, go ahead. Okay, all right. This person, good morning. Good morning. Okay, zero. Okay, let me get this person here. Good morning. Hello? Hello? Okay, let's get it from this end. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Tell us the name and where are you calling from?
Well, the name is Mohammed Rafa Zafana Jr. and I'm calling from another South area.
Yeah, you are live. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, Mr. Cotton, really, to be frank with you, our country is going nowhere. But it's funny, the beginning of this presidency of President Walker, really innovation can be shifted from that day and knew that this is not going to do anything for this country. And other people, all that when are sitting, watching this puppet, doing a lot of things, this country, they are not talking. They still upset the Muslim, I'm not discussing it. And I'm not the Muslim couple as well. They are not discussing anything. So it's so frustrating.
Okay. All right. Good morning. I'm fine. Tell us the name and where are you joining us from? Yeah, Jukla, you have a minute. Go ahead very quickly. Mm. Okay, all right. Thank you. That's all you that. I got this other person. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, go ahead now. Mm-hmm. My man starts. No. Hello. No. I won't. Listen. You have to take it back. No, listen to me. Hello, my dear brother. I won't allow you use this platform to talk to our colleagues like that in a manner. So you have to take it back. You have to apologize or we'll cut you off. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you. And this person. Good morning. Yeah, Ma Sisi. Go ahead. Okay. All right, my sister. All right. Okay. All right, my sister. Thank you. This person. Good morning.
I just want to give it just a second. It hurts. When some of us remember what happened in the last 6 years, the kind of condonations the people never against President Weah to have come and see ourselves to this place today, because it's very heartbreaking. So that we come to tell the guys our possession. Just because of us. The guys proposed them as they were independent journalists. This time they said yesterday. Today, here we are. Where's some of our family? What are they? Everything in the last 10 years, the people have government. But what are we saying today? A speaker to look at himself and refer to himself as a regime speaker. Is that why the advocate is about? Thank you very much, brother. We will continue to remind them of what they did to us.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, this person. Good morning. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, you're alive. Follow the program. Follow the program. Yeah, this is Steve. Follow the program. Okay. Okay, let's hold you there and get this other person. Hello? Hello? Mm-hmm. You said, hello. You said your name. You are coming a little bit broken. You said your name again? Hmm. Hello? Hello? Yeah, this is Steven. Hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. This other person. Good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Koto, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Kevin Williams, my resident.
Go ahead, Williams.
Let me say thanks to you for the discussion this morning. Mr. Koto, I don't play with Cheko. I play the city law before that I'm making speaker today. You come back to say you are origin speaker. Origin speaker. There were some things that was to be passed common to computer. Let's say you computer is not common to for me. Common to computer regime. And it says to computer to work with it. The thing I make home is the letter is where was you when we see the shape? We were there crying beyond the computer. At that time when he made a statement, he intended to say he support the single trip to travel. When maybe you don't support when the single travel, he come with nothing. That's why you don't support. And some of us, we had a feeling that the speaker was in there with the president. We had a problem with him. Now, with in account, the people were following him. But you know, the people said it before.
Okay.
I see it time for village to hold their van and vote for someone that will village.
Thank you. Thank you. This person, good morning. Mm. 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 Okay. Thank you. Thank you. This person, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Congress.
Good morning.
Yes. Our representative that come over to the majority group, we're still the another thing we are saying that we will not vote, and we're still on the president, they will never ever be part of CDC. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. I'd like to take a few more calls and then go back to Mr. Masale. But before then, let's recognize other people who just joined us. Venetius J. Bar, he's following us from the borough of New Cook Town. And Philip B. Flomo. Flomo is also following us. And Asata M. Miller. Miller is watching from Real Light. And she says, good morning. Okay, so Stanley Wilson Toll is also following us from the Japan Freeway. Wisdom Toll. Okay, so Juje One Way is also following us as well. And yeah, Asata. Okay, so 0772239933, 0886304497, 0777980375 are the numbers to call and make your contribution on the program this morning. Take a few more calls and go back to our political analyst. This person, good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Porter was putting that away for the just
No, man, we can't. Hello. Hello. Okay. Thank you. Other people need a call too. Yes, other people need a call. So, yes, so it is just very important. But let's get this person. Good morning. Good morning. You are live. You have a minute, please, Chief. Okay. Thank you so much, this person. Good morning. Good morning. Tell us the name and where are you joining us from, Chief? Okay.
Mr. Quanto, thank you again for that second point. You know, a big point. So it's very to the country. You know, most of these guys just going your point there for the first benefit. That's why I like that people. I mean, it is wrong to have a opposition speaker. And I don't see when you be passing around with preaching and people that clapping for you. I don't know, the master that people call the went to the church and you just $2 when they're clapping. Nobody is there to tell you the system of what you're doing or what people are doing to the national for this country. Just how the country is clear and then the talk around road that grew up. Why are we heading to? Thank you this morning, man, for putting me on time.
Thank you ever so much for making your own contribution on the program this morning. A few more calls, then we go right back to Mr. Mansell. It's 0772 239933, 0886 304497, 0777 980375. This person. Good morning. Good morning. You are live. Go ahead. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So, keep following. I will get to you. We'll definitely get back to you. Yeah, so two more calls now, then we go back to Mr. Mansali. I know you had a lot of things to address. Yeah, a lot of concerns, a lot of things. So 0772239933 0886 304497 077798 0375 the number. So the lady who just called, let me see what I can get your number. Yes, yes. Let me see what I can get a number. Yes, if I can, that would be good. Okay. So yes, I got it already. So yeah, so probably I will get back to you after the show. Yeah, Teman. Yeah, she's Teman. I will get back to you after the show. All right. So let's go back. Okay, that this person before. Uh, yeah, go ahead, Chief. What's her name? Mm. 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 Okay. Thank you, my dear brother. Yes, so it's a very sorrowful, a moment there, a very sorrowful moment. But again, we are not taking any more calls, and let me quickly now rejoin Mr. Masale as he, speak on some of these things that you people just talked about. Yeah, so Mr. Masale, I think you are on now.
Thank you, Dad. Thanks to all the callers for taking all their time, excuse me, to call here and make their impact. But right now, this is where we're coming to see people who voted for Joseph Wakai, and they say he has 42 years experience at the break off that when he come to power, things were going to be fine in the country. And now he has been exposed by his regime speaker that the removal of Fonati Kofa was masterminded by Joseph Wakai because he need a regime speaker. But Stephen Jets, as you said, or Fonati Kofa said it, oh, I'm an opposition speaker, but anything President Wakai bring, one, it is in the interest of we the Liberian people, I will pass it. I'm
Mm.
not going to strangulate his government. Like here, we can see this country we sit in America. That thing will not happen. The way Donald Trump is the president, if he had a speaker from Democrat, forget it. There will be tussle in the house all the time. You saw what happened between he and Nancy Pelosi. You see, and some of us, we the sedition, me speaking in my own capacity, and when Funati Kofa, I know he's the speaker. And I was like, yes, we will make sure we deal with this government because some of us we knew Joseph Wakai, he can't do anything. But Funati Kofa made last statement and we saw him walking in line with Joseph Wakai. We were like, oh, this man, he's in bed with the president as an opposition
Yeah, that
speaker.
is.
But to tell you, this man, he came with a mindset with clean heart to work with Wakai. But because Wakai, he get the dirty heart, he screw up, he keep grudges for people. And the people who brought him to power, they brought him with a mindset for them to come and destroy the country, to steal and leave with the Liberian people suffering. He said, no, there are certain stealing we want to carry on. This government, he will not agree. Because it's not going to be in the interest of the Liberian people. Because he already said that anything that I tell him, any bill that I bring, once it is in the interest of the people he's going to pass it. But the kind of stealing that we want to carry on, I think I can keep him there. And this is where we are today. And Liberia people, Unity Party, people you're seeing now what is happening in the country. Is this why you voted for? And somebody just asked where a couple passed away, this and that. You will not hear from couple pass away. Those people were hungry around here, sitting in that country, running their mouth from one radio station to another. Now he get deputy minister or director position. You expect him to come and talk about the ill in his government? He will lose a job and then he become hungry again, passing around from one media institution to another. We saw what happened to Matthew Nyemfu. Just for him to speak against this government today, he had been fired. Even though they suspended him for time indefinite, and he resigned because he know that suspension for time indefinite, at the end of the day, they were just going to keep him there the way they did to the LDEA bosses, and they fire him. So those people, they are not going to say anything because why? That is Liberia. They can survive without government job. So when you get your government job, just keep quiet, just be there to get your salary. What the government do, what the government not do, they do your time move for them. People be talking, say you get time. So you will not hear nothing from people pass away. And Rachel, who you only recognize in Liberia by Joseph Boakai, gangster Joseph Boakai and his hooligans. And then you want to tell me, say you ready to ECOWAS for them to recall those 3 people that were on the bench, because I'm seeing here the newspaper this morning, the head of Liberia lawmakers at the ECOWAS Parliament, Senator Edwin Melvin Suno, has said the West African Regional Organization will not agree with the recall of the 3 members of national legislature from ECOWAS Parliament. Last week, the majority bloc of the House of Representatives passed a motion recalling Representative member Brice Menza, Samuel Edward, and Ta Wongwe. You only recognize where in Liberia that Ekwa you want carry that your nonsense to. That your brainless brain, that your empty score you get like Joseph Boakai, you not know that in Liberia you speak up. You begin speak up in Liberia, that Liberia Joseph Boakai and your gangster, they know you to be speak up. Who going to recognize you, man? I'm saying know you to be a unity party partisan. You coon. But when she went over there, she didn't recognize you. Why you think she did so? If people in the country don't recognize you, you think that the international community will recognize you?
How you doing?
They are not going to recognize you.
Yeah, this is a
They
son,
did
Stevie, the
not
journalist.
the Liberian people. And the reason why
A
you
long time.
this man today or Paul whom he's here greedy for power passing all over, just imagine now the appropriation for fiscal year 2025 for Representative Richard Nangbe Kun. Now they call him speaker. 1,775,553. Okay. Richard Kun salary $245, 540. 245,000 rather $540. That's Richard Kun's salary there. The reason why you see he reduced speaker, he's so greedy for power. Richard Kun, they feel for his car 71,000.
Oh, okay. So you want to host a press conference?
Stevie, you on the radio. They feel for Richard Kun car for the fiscal year 2025 $71,243.
I'll call you back. I'll call you
Richard
back.
Kun, his home generator, the generator to a horse, $20,309. Richard Kun, when we talk about entertainment, $309,550. Committee hearing, 700,000. So all this money for Richard Kun, that's a fiscal year budget, 2025. Why will you be paying somebody $245,540? At the same time, you gave him $71,243 to fuel a car. At the same time, you pay him $20,309 to put fuel in a generator to a horse. And yet then we sit there and say, oh, Liberia, we are suffering, we need international support to come to our aid. That's not true. Our money shouldn't go to Liberia. We are not suffering. This I think we expected Joseph Boakai to start putting measures in place. What can they do? But today he get a regime speaker because Joseph Boakai, he's mentally deranged. He don't have that mental state of mind. He's incapacitated to lead our country. So he brought another brainless cheeky Rachel Kun to work along with him as regime speaker to destroy our country. And now we see that the minority bloc are not going to be in session with majority bloc now. because of what the greed of power from Joseph Boakai to the this why you people Liberia is not going to move an inch under Joseph Boakai. 1 year have been wasted together, wasted 5 years. God bless America. God bless Liberia till we see again. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, that was the voice of Mr. Mansane there from the United States of America. And I'd like to say many thanks to every one of you that also who called and made your contribution onto this edition of the show. Other people who tried to call but could not make their way through. Coming up next is King's Daily. I'm Stevie Compton. Thanks so kindly.